Hello everyone, let's learn astrology. Welcome to the third in my series on astrology basics. Good for you if you're new to astrology completely, or maybe you know a little bit of Vedic or Western astrology. This is a series for you. If you're new to my channel, of course, don't forget to sub below if the video is helpful and good for you. Give it a thumbs up. Thank you. Let's go. In this video is lesson 3. We're going to learn about the zodiac signs themselves. Now, don't forget, lesson 1, we looked at the birth chart, and lesson 2, we checked out the houses. If you missed any of those 2 videos, please, you should definitely watch them so you're keeping up to date with your learning. The links are below. Now, in this lesson, everyone, therefore, we've got 3 learning objectives. The first one is very fundamental but so important. What actually is a zodiac sign or Rasi? Even if you've been doing astrology for a long time, I can guess that many people will not be able to answer this question. It's a very deep point, and it's not to do with how many signs there are or their names. It's something quite fundamental. The next thing, what about the different sign groups? How do signs link together? You need to understand these groupings to do good astrology. And finally, what are the karmas of each zodiac sign? And who are the individual sign lords? Again, fundamental information. The 12 zodiac signs are actually constellations in the sky. They are related to the star system's constellations, and that is why in this Vedic system we are going to use sidereal zodiac. There's a lot more to say about that. You can check the first video in this series as a beginning. But we need to learn a little more deeply about these zodiac signs. In Western popular culture, you may know people talk about their zodiac sign in relation to where the sun was when they were born. They'll say, my sign is Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, talking about month they were born, talking about where the sun was, particularly in relation to the tropical zodiac. Indian culture, people don't say that. They say, my Rasi is, meaning where the moon was. Moon sign on the day they were born. But you have to know that a zodiac sign, Rasi, means same thing. Rasi simply means a sign of the zodiac. But still, we haven't answered the question. What are these Rasis or signs? Well, the word Rasi has a clue. Rasi means a heap. So all of these zodiac signs, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, etc., are a heap of something. A heap of what? The answer is it's a heap of karma. Karma means action. So just to cut it down very, very briefly here, every zodiac sign has a specific type of result attached to it, a specific circumstance, place, type of health issue, type of personality, everything. A zodiac sign is most complex, and here we're going into the absolute bare bones of it to show you distinction between them. But they contain results of our past action. You cannot read a horoscope just like it's this life and there's nothing behind it. Every scientist knows that this whole material manifestation is deterministic. What does that mean? It means something happened before causing present circumstance. So when you see your horoscope, everyone, you should know it isn't just about where the sun was, where the moon was. Every single sign is in your chart carrying karmas. When you've got planets in a sign, it's really strong. But even if you don't have planets there, these zodiac signs are manifesting in circumstances and events. And that's why understanding them deeply is so important. So let's start by dividing the signs into different groups, because by linking them together, we can understand these manifesting karmas so much more easily. Now, there are 12 zodiac signs, 12 Rasis, starting with Aries, number 1, and going right around to Pisces, number 12. You should know that 6 of them are male or positive active type of signs, and 6 of them are female negative receptive signs. When we say masculine, active, female, negative, receptive, we are talking purely in the physics terminology of different poles, as it were. So these 6 signs, the odd numbered signs, 1, 3, 5, 7, etc., these signs here are the male positive active signs. Aries, Gemini, Leo, Libra, Sagittarius, Aquarius are more aggressive, more active. As the other 6 signs, the even numbered signs, number 2, Taurus, 4, Cancer, 6, Virgo, etc. These signs are more receptive. They react to circumstance. It doesn't mean they are lazy, hanging around, doing nothing, but they are more receptive, less aggressive. That is the first primary distinction. The next major division of the 12 zodiac signs is into the 4 main elements. These are fire, known as Agni, air, known as Vayu, water, known as Jala, and earth, known as Prithvi. There's another element, though, called ether or Akash, but that relates to one of the planets, and we'll be discussing that in a future video coming up very soon. Let's start with the 3 fire signs. They are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You should know that these 3 signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, the fire or Agni element is strong in them. Now, these types of groupings mean that these signs relate in a trine to each other, a triangle shape. And I've illustrated that here for you in this diamond style chart. So we have Aries in this top box here and 5 away, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have Leo, 5 again to Sagittarius and 5 back to Aries, forming a trine shape, triangular shape between them. So these 3 signs then relate in a triangular shape, and you're going to see that every element has this. Therefore, in the Vedic astrology, we speak about the Agni Trikone. Trikone simply means trine formation, 5 away from each other. And they are very, very connected because Agni fire gives them creativity. Every one of these signs are creative, a little impulsive, Leo a little less so, but generally all of them extremely creative, forward-looking, optimistic signs. They certainly burn their bridges, let's put it that way. The next 3 signs are the earth element, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, shown in their triangular shape here together in this chart. These are grounded signs. These are signs concerned with earthly concerns, definitely concerned with task, work, focused in their concerns about life. They are not very much idealistic, extremely practical signs. And they have a definite focus about them. They are able to focus on the task at hand. That is one of the qualities of these earthly signs. The next 3 signs are the air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius are the 3 air signs. See them here connected in their triangular shape here. All of these signs are very concerned with communication. They are thinking in the far distant way. They are logical, analytical, grouping ideas together. Now, the air element is always moving, so these signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, like to get about a lot. They're definitely very sociable signs, liking to make connections to other people as a primary factor in their life. The last 3 signs, Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces, seen here in their formation, triangular formation here, are the water element signs, the Jala signs. These signs are extremely emotional, having deep emotions. They are passionate, attached and devoted. Sometimes their feelings run away with them. They become overwhelmed with emotion, all of these signs, but definitely they are hugely intuitive. The next division of the signs is into 3 groups of 4 signs each. 4 signs in each of these 3 groups, which are the qualities of the sign. This is very important because I've just shown you a sign is the karma. So are these karmas easily changeable or are they fixed? Have you got to go through them? That depends on the quality of the zodiac sign. So the first type of quality is chara signs or cardinal signs. Chara means movable. The next type of sign is a strira or fixed sign, and the last grouping is called dual or mutable signs. Let's see how they divide up. First group are the chara rasi signs or the cardinal signs. These are very movable, very changeable, always making quick changes in their life. They are Aries, Cancer, Libra and Capricorn, and I placed them here so you can see they are 4 signs away from each other. 4 signs, Aries to Cancer, 4 to Libra, 4 to Capricorn, 4 back to Aries, forming this square formation. These 4 signs, yes, the karmas are more changeable. In Vedic astrology, we talk of remedies to help get rid of difficult karmas. They work best, actually, a little secret. Very, very early on in your learning, I know, but these signs, you can deal with the karmas more swiftly. Chara rasis, cardinal signs, karmas come out quick and they can be dealt with swiftly. You can change the karma a little bit, remedy the situation easier when you have planets or ascending sign in any one of these 4 signs. Next, we have the stira rasis or fixed signs. They are Taurus, 4 away, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, forming this square formation here. Fixed signs means that these signs are fixed. People who have these signs strong in their chart, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, are stubborn individuals. Don't change their minds. Hard to make them do anything they don't want to do, that's for sure. These signs will stick with situations long beyond what they should. But here's the thing, sometimes they have to. Because karmas of these signs are not easily changeable. We have to face situations when we have planets in these signs or rising sign in any one of these in our chart. We have to face them through. They have come to be sorted this lifetime. And that's why, by the way, Scorpio, Aquarius, particularly among these 4, are very karmic signs. There's already a video on my channel, Scorpio, Aquarius signs. You should check that out. I will actually put it below for you because they have a very special karmic situation. And finally, the last 4 signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius and Pisces, shown here in their square formation, are the dual signs, mutable signs. There is 2 sides to these signs. Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces are always flip-flopping. They will make a decision, then they go back on it again and again. People have this sign strong in their chart. They're always seeing the opposite point of view. Very, very flexible people. And the karmas connected to these signs are changeable. Some things you have to face in connection to these karmas in your chart. Some things you can remedy. Some things you can change. What are the sign lords? Every zodiac sign has a lord or ruling planet, and these lords ruling planets are intricately connected to the sign. The sign exists because of these lords' influence. By the way, much of the personality qualities of every sign come from the Lord. Aries, for example, Lord is Mangala, Mars. It's the Martian qualities that are dominating in the Aries sign, etc. So you don't just need to understand who are the sign lords, everyone. You've got to see where they've gone in your chart. This is a whole deep understanding. We'll talk more about it at the end of the video. Let's learn then the karmas associated with each zodiac sign, the very basic things. Now, please remember this, everybody. Even if you don't have any planets in a sign, even if it's not your rising sign, every one of the 12 signs is affecting your destiny. You have to understand them all. You have to see them in your chart. As I say, we're going to see the bare bones of it here so you can get going with astrology. Please remember, I could probably do a whole series on each sign. There is so much depth to say. But once you understand the differences between the signs, once you've got the core fundamentals, you're definitely ready to start reading a horoscope. So let's go. Let's start with Aries, the first sign, number 1. I'm going to remind you again, everyone, check where number 1 is, the house with a number 1 in your diamond chart that I've been teaching you in this series. Where you see number 1, Aries is there, Mesha, called Mesha, and this sign is going to give you those particular karmas in that area. So check out the house where you have number 1, Aries. So Aries is Mesha, it's a ram. Now, another thing I need to say straight away, I'm going to be using these ancient, medieval, Western style, I know, illustrations of the signs. Why? Because I love them from the ancient manuscripts. But occasionally there is a definite discrepancy between the actual illustration of the sign and the deeper Vedic understanding. And where there is, I will definitely point that out. Here, though, there is no discrepancy, everyone. Here is the ram. Horns of the ram show in this symbol. By the way, Vedic astrology don't use these type of symbols so much. It's more Western astrology, but I use them when I'm making notes. We just look for number 1. And whenever we see number 1 in the chart, as I say, Aries is there, Mesha is there. So what is this ram, Aries, Mesha? Yes, it's a courageous sign, just like the ram, leaping from crag to crag, courageous, forward-looking, and definitely with the horns down, fighting. The Lord is therefore Mangala, and this warrior god we will definitely discuss in the next video. The key factors about Mesha Aries are as follows. It is a sign of creation, first sign of the zodiac. Agni, fire, is a creative potential. Aries take initiative. They are pioneers. They love adventure, and they have a totally restless energy. Aries represents the fort or the castle. Every sign represents some particular place, the fort, castle of the king, because Aries, Lord Mangala, fights for the king, if you like. So the royal city is Aries place. For example, London, a definite royal city, is Aries place. The head and the brain are the areas of the body ruled by Aries. So check Aries in your chart. Wherever Aries is, whatever house, you are adventurous. You take initiative there. You may have impulsive action, and you could have accidents also in that area because Aries gives that impulsivity. The second sign of the zodiac brings us right down to earth. The second sign is Taurus or Vrishbha. This is an earth sign and a fixed sign. So fixity of purpose, down to earth, all about material security. 2 lords are here, ruling planets, Venus, Shukra, and the moon Chandra as well. The symbol for Taurus is this circle with again these horns on top. Bull is actually symbol here, but cow is definitely linked also to this Taurus sign. Being earthly and fixed, Taurus, Vrishbha is all about security, the family or the clan. Local business, particularly very good business people, have this strong Taurus, but local business rather than foreign land normally. Villages, farms, and nourishment food are all connected to this sign. So check carefully where is number 2 in your horoscope. Wherever number 2 is, Taurus is there, Vrishbha is there. You're seeking security. You don't change easily in that area. And another factor is that Taurus rules face, rules throat. So Taurus has a lot to do with any afflictions medical to the face and the throat area. I won't talk about this every sign, but it's a particular factor for Taurus, Vrishbha, that they are generally short stature, smaller people if they were born during the day, but born at night time tend to be tall. That's one of the interesting factors. If it is rising sign only, this comes into play. So check out Taurus. Where do you want security? Where are you stubborn? That's shown where you have number 2 in your horoscope. The third sign is Gemini, called Mithuna. Mithuna does not mean twins, though. Why do we see twins so often? This is where we're going to really diverge from the Western astrology now. Well, we see twins because third sign, third house is about siblings. So that's why twins comes in. And it's ruled by Mercury or Buddha, which is a very youthful planet. So there's a lot of youth, a lot of vitality, particularly intelligence and mental vitality strong in this sign. Here is symbol, the duality shown. It's an earth sign, communication, intelligence, getting around a lot, and it's dual, always seeing the opposite side of everything. The Vedic term, or the Vedic name for Gemini rather, is Mithuna. And Mithuna literally means coupling, sex, sexual intercourse. Yes, it's a big revelation, isn't it? You see, Gemini is about meeting people, greeting people, and especially strong sexual attraction. It's about communicating, yes, writing, pen, definitely, books, literature, ICT, all the communication skills, giving speeches, presentations, superb, but also arguing. And here's the thing. One of the ancient symbols in the Vedic system for this Gemini, Mithuna, was a man with a mace, that means weapon, and a female with the lute, musical instrument. This describes the aggressive, argumentative side. You see, Gemini, third sign, is about aggression in some way, particularly verbally. When you argue, when you put your case across, it's a very egotistic sign in a way. Female with the lute shows the skill. Musical skill, artistic skill, all the skills using hands and arms, which are connected to this Mithuna sign. Because of Mercury's rulership, Buddha's rulership, it is a youthful sign. Very much about playfulness as well. Very good sense of humor. So Gemini is all full of the argument, debate, and definitely it's not a sign for sitting around doing nothing. It's a very active sign. Hands and arms can have problems if there is affliction here, and city life is the favored location when you have many planets or Gemini strong, Mithuna strong in your chart. The fourth sign of the zodiac is Cancer or Karkata. Now this sign is a water sign full of emotion, but a cardinal sign, so it's always moving, always changing, just like the crab image, of course. Here is the symbol for the sign. Lord is the moon, another changeable factor. These people or this place in your chart, so much movement, so much change, but a deep inner need for security and for protection. The fourth sign, wherever it is in your chart, shows attachment to home, country, domestic life, and a real feeling of belonging, nurturing, caring for other people, mothering, definitely, because this is the actual sign of the mother, fourth sign. Protection, but also hoarding, keeping things because you want to feel protected. Chest and the heart is linked to this Cancer sign. Now, chest area, yes, but the heart, you might think that is Leo if you've done Western astrology. No, heart is located in the chest area. So the heart, function of the heart is very much linked to this sign. Any afflictions here, heart problems can be there, difficulty can be seen. Now, there are other signs that are very much connected to the cardiovascular system, etc., which I will point out briefly as we go through the signs. But the heart is affected by emotion. Cancer can keep a lot of emotion inside, and this is one of the reasons why heart can be affected. But when it's flowing, it's truly marvelous. And by the way, lungs are also in chest area, though I haven't mentioned them here. You may think Western astrology, that's all Gemini sign. No, that's clearly the arms, hands, even, by the way, shoulders. But the chest area is purely in this Kark sign, in this Cancer sign. So going to the seashore, the Cancer place helps your lungs. Breathing gulps of air and definitely calms the heart of anyone with a strong Cancer sign in their chart. The fifth sign is Leo, known as Simha. No contradiction. Here is the lion and here is the symbol. Notice it looks a bit like, as we're going to see, Rahu symbol, but actually only one circle here. It's a fire sign, so it's full of a definite purity of intent. Fire signs have that, but a real searching nature. But it's a fixed sign, and here's the big contradiction. Leos are full of desire, full of fire, full of energy, a little bit of aggression, but they are fixed. They wait for their moment. The Lord of Leo is the king of the zodiac himself, the sun or Surya. So this is a sign of the king and the ruler. The king, ruler, or anybody in any authority. Definitely Leo gives ability to rule, to be on a throne, whether it's corner shop, whether it's CEO. In some way, you get to the front when you have Leo Simha strong in your chart. So a natural authority, ability to lead others, therefore attracting followers or fans. And a natural creativity here, because the sun is the Lord. This can be artistic creativity or any sort of creativity. Definitely strong dramatic senses here. Leos like to be on the stage of life, like to be noticed. Now, the area of the body ruled by Simha Leo is the stomach and the liver. Once again, if you've come from Western astrology, you were thinking, hold on, isn't stomach Cancer? Isn't that about the moon? Food? No. Stomach is where we digest food. It's right in the middle of the human body. It is Leo. And here's another thing. Stomach needs Agni, fire. Fire digests food. Stomach is definitely seen in this Leo Simha sign. In your chart, afflictions to this Leo affect stomach and the liver to some extent as well. Now, the places ruled by Leo Simha are forests, but also jungles, of course, where the king of the jungle lion is. But in addition, buildings with authority figures living there, palace of the king, throne room, not so many of those anymore, but that's the idea. Or government places where there is authority of government there. You may go there, need to go there, you may even work there when you have Leo strong in your chart. The sixth sign is Virgo, the Virgin, but also Kanya. Kanya is very much connected to a lady in a boat. However, boats connected to this sign, crossing over from one sign, from one place to the other, because Virgo shows a movement, a dissatisfaction. It's a dual sign, earthly sign, trying to perfect the elements of the earth. It's a purifying sign, very much having purity of intent. It's a sign connected to technical skill, computers sometimes technical skill, but definitely to medicine. Lord is Mercury, Buddha, highly technical, intelligent, and discerning sign, but also Rahu, the north node of the moon. Discuss all of this, future videos. And here we have the symbol for this Virgo sign. So Virgo is all about perfectionism, wanting to get everything sorted, working in order. But of course, this is the earthly plane. Virgo is the earth sign, of course, and everything's always falling apart. You get something perfect and then it becomes slowly less perfect. You get things working and then they stop working. This is the nature of this Bhuloka. So therefore, Virgo shows where there is a lot of anxiety, worry sometimes. But there is definitely technical skill, medicines, herbs linked. So medical skill, healing skill, it's all here. Digestion is also linked to this sign. And of course, anxiety really messes up with that. But it's the intestines rather than stomach. As we've just seen, stomach is Leo, Simha sign. It's the intestines where the food is being separated, utilized, and all of the waste products are going down, as it were. This is the sorting element of Virgo, basically. And the hills, beautiful countryside, rolling hills, is Virgo's territory. The seventh sign is Libra. Wherever number 7 is in your diamond chart, Libra is there. You're trying to get balance there. Tula represents this balance. Now, this is not a true representation from the Vedic astrology, scales only. Normally, there is a man holding the scales, and that's really important. Why is that? Because Libra Tula Rasi is an air sign. Now, the other two air signs I've just shown you are Gemini, Aquarius. In all of these signs, a human being is shown in the symbolism, and this is really important. Now, all the air signs are about meeting people, communicating, being in society, but none needs it more maybe than the cardinal sign Tula, cardinal active. They are always seeking out opposite, always seeking out other people. They need to be in society, need to be around other people extremely strongly. Libra is not a sign that likes to be alone too much. Librans like to be in partnership, business partnership, marriage, of course. Lord is Venus, Sukra, love and relationships. It's about the marketplace of life, Tula, because it's about scales, weighing up things, trading. It's definitely about contracts, all legalities, definitely, because it's about marriage as well. Libra sign, Tula, is the 7th sign, just like 7th house. It's about forming agreements with other people, and that's what marriage is actually all about. You should know there was a quite mischievous side to Tula Rasi, not generally understood. They can be a little bit devious even sometimes, not wantonly so, but they know how to get their own way. They can be very seductive people. They know how to banter, how to barter, and they are fantastic salespeople. Thing is, it's the most charming sign. There's a lot of charm, a lot of seduction in this Libra sign, that's for sure. They are definitely business people. Cities, stock exchange is a definite place for this sign. And in the human body, it's the hips, groin and penis, which is ruled by Tula Rasi. The 8th sign is Scorpio or Vrishchika Rasi, definitely represented by the insect-like scorpion. Water sign, full of emotion, but hidden emotion, very often a fixed sign. Lord is Mars, Mangala, just like Aries, but this is a very different sort of Mars. Mangala here is at home, at his most relaxed, hidden underground, in those secretive holes below the ground where the scorpions live. It's like the army general has gone into his underground bunker when he's in Scorpio, but there is a co-lord, you should know. Ketu, the south node of the moon, is a co-lord to this sign as well. And here we have the symbol for Scorpio. So Vrishchika Scorpio is highly intelligent, intuitive, and research ability. Their occult knowledge is definitely sought. They are intensely passionate, but always trying to control their passions, and very much secretive, because it's all about those hidden underground places where those scorpions live. So Scorpio strong in your chart, you keep a lot to yourself, that is for sure. It's a very karmic sign though, just like Aquarius, and actually Scorpio and Aquarius have a very special karma. I'm going to put a link below to a video on my channel, everyone, Scorpio Aquarius signs, so you can get a little bit more detail about these two very crucial zodiac signs. Because don't forget, Scorpio comes into your chart in some place, in some area. Even if you have no planets there, Scorpio is affecting everybody's destiny, and Aquarius, you need to check that out. Now, Scorpio actually gives quite a lot of hair on the body. Why? Because Ketu rules the hair. It's about underground places, I've just explained, hidden, out of sight places, and rules the genitals and the private parts in the human body. But to be technical, not the penis, I've just shown you, that is Libra sign. But the anus definitely, because Scorpio is about elimination. The sign of Sagittarius is the 9th sign of the zodiac, a fire sign, just like Aries, Leo, full of fire and passion, but a dual sign, always seeing the opposite point of view, always going in the opposite direction, switching track, that sort of thing. But the Lord is Jupiter, Guru. They are seeking divine knowledge, wisdom. They have a definite mission in life. Now, the Vedic name Danu links this sign to the warrior, definitely. But this medieval picture, beautiful though it is, this young boy fighter is not really representing Danu sign at all, because this is the sign of the centaur. Many of you may know Sagittarius is truly half horse, half man. This is perhaps a very unusual, even medieval representation. And this horse lower half, human top half, indicates that this sign is about human intellect rising above animal nature. But in addition, the half horse man figure indicates the warrior going to battle. Don't forget, traditionally, warriors went to battle very often on horseback. Because it's not understood enough in the Western system, but Sagittarius is not just about foreign lands and foreign travel. It's about going to war. It's a battlefield. It's a warrior sign. There is not a lot of peace in Sagittarius. It's not a peaceful sign because you're always battling. What are you talking about and battling about most of the time? Philosophy. Sometimes politics, religion, all those big ideas of human existence. They are always on your mind when you have Sagittarius strong in your chart. At the same time, this is an explorer, always wanting to be daring, taking risks, and dharmic because you really want to do right action. Sagittarius rules thighs of the human body, and it is actually related to non-human animals. Sagittarius have a kindness for them, have a karmic link to non-human beings. The 10th sign of the zodiac, check where number 10 is in your chart, is Makra or Capricorn. Now we have a real problem. Very many Western astrology systems see Makra as the goat. It has nothing to do with the goat in any form whatsoever. Actually, symbol here, Western symbol, is much more accurate. It's a half land, half sea animal. Here is the sea tail. So what's going on? Makra means crocodile. Makra lives half in the waters and half on the land, swampy land beside the river, as we're going to see. It's an earth sign, the 10th and most ambitious of all the 3 earth signs. It's a cardinal sign, movable sign, hard-working sign, because the Lord is Saturn alone, Shani. But Shani takes a long time to accomplish anything. He's the slowest moving planet. And that's a thing about Capricorn Makra. They have to wait. They have to measure everything. They have to wait for their moment. Then they are successful. Just like crocodile, hiding, waiting, hidden. And then he pounces. So everybody, this element of waiting a long time for something is definitely going to happen wherever in your horoscope you see this 10th sign, Makra, Capricorn. Once again, a deep secret that you definitely want to get to grips with. Makra Capricorn is the graveyard. It is the burning fields. It is the crematorium. It is the place where the karmas come to an end. Now, what does this mean? It means that Capricorn people work really hard. They know they've got a job to do, a job to complete. On the one hand, we can see it because it is the sign after Sagittarius. I've just explained to you, Sagittarius is the war, the battlefield. What happens at the end of any battle? There are dead bodies. What's got to happen with the dead bodies? They must be cremated. Capricorn is a place in your chart where karmas are ending. Long karmas that have been going on maybe lifetime after lifetime. Now you've got to burn them up, literally. On the other side, as I've just explained, it's a Saturn sign. Ambitious, workaholic, a little bit pessimistic. Definitely working hard, getting the job done. That's what Capricorn's all about. The knees are the sensitive part of the body ruled by Capricorn Makra. Don't forget Makra's Saturn sign. Things happen slowly over time. Slowly over time, joints wear down, particularly knees. Knees take a lot of stress for sure. By the way, additional information, Capricorn, particularly rising, is a slimmer, more slender sign, just like Cancer. I didn't say, but Cancer tends to be plumper, maintain water, moon sign. Capricorn is a slim sign, sparse sign. They don't even like to eat so much sometimes, and definitely this is a good thing for the knees. Less weight in the body preserves the knee joint. And of course, Makra, the crocodile, lives in the swampy types of areas. So swamps, marshy areas of the earth are linked to this Makra sign. Also, riverbank generally. Aquarius, another karmic sign, the 11th sign of the zodiac, known as Kumbha, a true representation, man holding water pot. But you should know that this water pot is broken, actually, and all the water is pouring out. Therefore, Aquarius is one of those karmic signs like Scorpio. But Aquarius, it's about loss. Water is being lost. Something is being let go of. And wherever Aquarius is, number 11 in your chart, that house, that area, some point something has to be let go of or some major change occurs. It's an earth sign, sociable sign, but fixed. Aquarius people stick around people they like, that's the thing. Lords are Saturn and North Node Rahu. Very, very different planets, but having something in common, as we shall discuss. And Saturn's about working hard, but having to fulfill karmas, karmic sign. Rahu, revolutionary factor. Symbol are these two wavy lines. Now, I know some Western astrologers say this is electricity. It's definitely not. This has been symbol for Aquarius for hundreds and hundreds of years. It's the water pouring out from the pot. But Aquarius is the high mountains and the deep valleys. That's what Kumbha is all about. Going to the top and coming down to the very bottom, because water, pot water, has to be carried up into those mountainous areas. Another big secret about Aquarius, not generally known in the Western system, it's a brewery. This pot can also contain alcohol. It contains liquid which is being turned into intoxicants. You see, social groups, social life, pubs, public houses, that is, in the UK, any sort of nightlife. Rahu rules Saturday night. Do I need to go any further? That sort of social activity, intoxication itself, is actually ruled by Kumbha Aquarius. Apart from that, of course, which is definitely coming under Rahu, social groups which are reforming groups, definitely political groups which are anti-government, anti-the king, opposite sign. Leo, Aquarius is sign of the common man people. So it's a socialist sign, if you like. It's a revolutionary sign, and it's definitely about desires, getting desires fulfilled. Whether you will actually get them fulfilled, though, depends on Saturn, Rahu in your chart. And the area of the body is the calves, calf muscles particularly. Of course, you need strong calves to climb all those mountains, go into those valleys. And you know, both Saturn and Rahu are Vayu wind planets. There is high vata, a certain amount of nervousness in this Aquarius sign, even though it is a fixed sign. And in addition to this high vata, this high anxiety affects in some way, I wouldn't say anxiety so much as moving around a lot, nervousness, nervous energy affects the cardiovascular system. So cardiovascular problems can be there in this Aquarius Kumbha sign. The final sign, number 12, is Pisces or Meena. Yes, the fishes, but what's missing here is that little joining factor. They are joined to each other, really going round and round in a circle. This fish joined to the end of this fish joined to this fish. They are entangled together. It's a water sign, obviously, but a dual sign, always going this direction, then the other direction. Lord is Guru Jupiter, just like Sagittarius. It's a very deep philosophical sign, but the co-lord is Ketu, the actual lord of liberation. And here we have the actual sign, two fishes joined together. Yes, Pisces is entangled. When you have Pisces strong in your chart, you can be a little bit confused about direction. Do I go this way? Do I go that way? You're never completely sure that you're doing the right thing. Pisces can be quite indecisive sometimes, or they make sudden, aggressive decisions and then wish they had not done so. You see, Pisces sign is completing karmas. Wherever Pisces is in your chart, something is coming to an end. You are completing something. But Pisces is deeply spiritual. Pisces is connected to God, if you like, to the source. Pisces is a sattvic or pure. They have a pure intent. This sign wants to do good in the world, wants to do something which is meaningful. They are not really out for simply material gain. Liberation, though, is the ultimate purpose, spiritual emancipation of this Pisces Meena Rasi. And Pisces is the last sign, rules the lowest part, the feet. And rivers, of course, where those fishes flow. But all the rivers flow to the sea, and in the end, Pisces is definitely connected to the sea. So Pisces is about merging with the ultimate truth. It is perhaps the most spiritual of all the zodiac signs. So well done, everyone. You went through all the 12 signs. Hopefully, maybe took a few notes about them. That's great. Now, how do you use this knowledge in a birth chart? I've decided to make a separate video for that. I was going to continue, but no, I think it's going to be too long. In a day or so, it's definitely coming up, so you can use all the information you've just learned about zodiac signs, putting it together with everything else you know, two important techniques so you can start to read the horoscope. Any questions, meanwhile, about the zodiac signs, post them below, and I will attempt to answer them as much as I can. Next lesson then, we'll be reading the zodiac signs, Rasis in a chart with special techniques as well. So don't forget to sub below if you're new and check out the other videos in the series to keep up to date. It's on your screen right now. Goodbye for now and God bless everyone.